Good evening, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan. So tonight, on the ride to work, I thought I would kind of fill you guys in on a plea agreement that was made with the, the federal court system and a one individual by the name of Keith Drensh. Carl, who lives in Calumet, Michigan, he's from the UP there, way up north in the UP. Well, he was part of the January 6th insurrection. And Carl posted some pictures on Facebook, talked a little tough, and the feds arrested him. And he spent 6 months in jail. So then, a couple of days ago, Carl took a plea bargain. Carl pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor count of willfully and knowingly parading, demonstrating, or picketing in a Capitol building. He was sentenced to $500 in time served. Now, in some instances, you may think that was a rather light sentence. I mean, Treasure Troller, he took a plea bargain. He took a plea agreement. Yeah, well, I think 6 months is pretty harsh for trespassing. I'm not saying what they did there was right, and I would have told anybody not to go there. Not to go to D.C., but that's in the past. He also lived in Calumet. And does he really want to take a lot of time and money to travel all the way to D.C. to be found guilty of more crimes? Now, like I said, he took a plea agreement. They threw out, I want you to pay a little attention to this. They threw out, it's kind of hard to read, it's getting night. Obstructing an official proceeding and entering and or remaining in a restricted grounds. That's what they took off the table if he was willing to plead guilty, basically to protesting in a Capitol building. There's nothing in there about insurrection. Nothing. Now, I'm sort of thinking that this is really the best that the federal government really is going to have. I mean, I sort of wonder if you're going to bring somebody up on charges of basically trespassing in the Capitol building. I mean, you want there to be a little bit of meat on that bone when you go to sentence these guys to really prove a point. And the lineup they had for this guy, aside from the federal agencies looking into this, they had as a judge Amy Berman Jackson. Now, I'm not sure if that name is real familiar. Some of you have probably heard it and go, yeah, where did I hear that name before? First I thought, Amy Coney Barrett kind of thing. Oh, no. No. Amy Berman Jackson is the judge that threw Paul Manafort in jail, and she was also the judge that oversaw the case against Roger Stone. I mean, they didn't have the JV team going after this guy. They had the varsity going after this guy. And the best they got was protesting in a capitol, in a federal building. Now, the 6 month, I think, is a little bit harsh, but I'm beginning to think this insurrection thing, or the label insurrection, is much more of a media charge than it is actual charge. So, with that, oh, one more thing I almost forgot. Sort of parading and occupying a building, or sort of remaining on restricted grounds. I always thought that your own personal property was kind of restricted grounds. You know, not search and seize the house without probable cause or whatnot. But what has the federal government done to all these landlords? To me, the real insurrection is the government takeover of personal residences and allow people to live in these places and not have to pay any money. That's the real insurrection. So this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.